Hi there, Chris, chap in the cap, Motolegends, here today to talk to you about a new leather jacket from our Swedish friends at Halvarssons. It's a jacket that's called the Idre. For women, it's known as the Åsa jacket. So this is the Idre jacket from Halvarssons. The latest version, which is obviously more appropriately shaped, is called the Åsa. Now, Halvarssons is famed, much better known for its textile garments, and they produce textile garments for adventure riding, for those who go touring, for commuting. They produce waterproof garments with laminated membranes, waterproof garments with drop liner membranes, waterproof garments with removable membranes. They produce textile garments with no membranes at all, of course. What unites all their gear is just that it's fantastic quality. Now, it's got to be said, it's got to be admitted that their gear is not the sexiest or coolest. This is not the sexiest or coolest brand on the market. Now, I often say this, and I know one day I'm going to wake up and find that I've got a letter on my desk from Sweden calling me to cease and desist, but I will be taken off in chains to the assizes protesting the same thing. This is not a super cool brand. This is no Dainese, this is no Roker, this is no Belstaff. Instead, they're famed for making gear that just works, the gear that does what it's meant to. It does what it says on the tin. Now, the other thing that sits at the heart of all of Halvarssons gear is comfort. And that's not just ephemeral comfort, this is comfort with an aim in mind, because comfort is a very important element of passive safety. So when we talk about safety and protection on motorcycles, we're talking about two elements. We're talking about passive safety and active safety. Active safety is all about the strength of the materials used in a jacket, the armour and so on, so leather, Kep Protect, super fabric, protectors and so on. So active safety is about having gear that is strong enough such that when you come off the bike, it's going to absorb some of the energy and protect the skin and protect the body. Passive safety is about being comfortable on the bike, riding with your full attention, such that you're less likely to have an accident. Now, I'm not saying that Halvarssons think that active safety isn't important. The materials they use tell us absolutely that it is important, but their belief is that if you are riding comfortably when it's really hot, when it's really cold, or when it's raining, if you are comfortable on the bike, able to give your full attention to the road, you are less likely to have an accident in the first place. And surely that's got to be a better solution than just relying on superior protective wear. The other thing that's got to be said about Halvarssons is it's the kind of gear that's not going to put too big a hole in your pocket. And we often talk about Halvarssons offering 90% of rucker quality for 50% of rucker money. Now, we can argue about the percentages, whether that's right or not, but the proposition is kind of correct in that it's high-end functioning gear for mid-market pricing. They're not so famed for their leather, and in some ways that's a shame. They have a number of leather products in their range and their leather is very good. They actually hail from a town in Sweden called Malung. Malung is a tannery town, so within Malung they have access to some great hides and a lot of expertise around leather. This jacket, like lots of Halvarssons jackets that have gone before, is made from a goat skin, and we simply love goat skin. It's thinner than cowhide, but for its thickness it's much stronger. So, in truth, you probably wouldn't, if you were making a high-end race jacket and you wanted a really thick, really strong leather, you wouldn't go for goat. But if you wanted to make something that was easy and comfortable to wear in the summer, then goat is almost ideal. So, as we've said, this is the Idre, otherwise known as the Åsa, and in our view, it's the nicest jacket that Halvarssons have ever made, and we think it's the nicest in some ways because it's one of the simplest. Now, Halvarssons have an unfortunate propensity to over-embellish some of their gear, and we've joked with them about this over the years, that all we need to do is give their designers 3 colouring pencils and they can take a lovely garment and completely ruin it by putting garish designs on it. For us, what's lovely about this jacket is there's no embellishment on it. For us, less is more. The simpler a leather jacket is, the better. We don't want badges, we don't want stripes, we want something plain and simple. This jacket, as you can see, there's just not a lot that's going on. It's a very back to basics black leather jacket. It's got a few pockets and it's got some zips. So we have here, for example, we've got 4 pockets here, 2 up here, 2 down here. We've got 2 pockets on the inside. You've got zips on the sleeves here that are going to allow you to get your gloves in. Now, that's important in a waterproof jacket. To tell the truth, we're not quite so fussed with the leather jacket because if you're riding in the summer, normally you won't feel a need to tuck your glove inside there, but of course you can do. You've got some adjusters around the waist, but that's pretty much what you get. There's nothing flash, nothing out of the ordinary about this jacket. It's just a lovely, simple jacket. Even the branding, we've got a tone-on-tone black logo here. So in some lights, you can't even tell that there's a logo there at all. So as we said, because it's goat skin, it's light and easy to wear. But what Halvarssons have done with this leather, they've washed it. Now, washing as a process doesn't actually involve water at all. They take the jackets and they put them in a big spinning drum. It actually looks like a washing machine, but as I've said, there's no water involved. It goes round and round, and what it does, it softens the leather up, but it also beats it up. So when they take the jackets out, the jackets look as though they've seen a bit of the world. They have that kind of lived-in look. And we think that if you've got some kind of cool retro or classic looking bike, a jacket like this is going to work just perfectly. As I've already intimated, this is very much a back to basics style motorcycle jacket. It doesn't have, for example, any removable thermal lining like lots of leather jackets do. And I think the thinking is, if it's cold, wear a base layer, wear a mid layer, wear a jumper. It's got no waterproof membrane, so if it's raining, wear a textile jacket, take the car, or stay at home. It's got no fancy zips for vents. It's just not that kind of jacket. It is a classic black biking jacket, nothing more, nothing less. Its natural habitat is going to be a warm and sunny day. And on days like that, there's going to be nothing lighter, easier, or more comfortable to wear. Looking at the jacket, you might think, well, that's basically a fashion jacket. It's not really a biker jacket, but that would be to undersell the protective qualities of this piece, because it's still a very protective jacket. As I've mentioned, the chassis of the jacket is goat skin, and goat skin is very strong, thinner than cowhide, but stronger than cowhide. So it is very abrasion resistant. But being the kind of company that Halvarssons is, being how cautious and conservative and safety conscious they are, they line the jacket in all the key vulnerable areas with a material that they call high art. Now, high art is something that they have developed in-house. It's an abrasion resistant material, and they will line it in certain places of this jacket. So in particular, in this jacket, it'll be in the shoulders and the elbows. But what high art does, when it's applied inside a textile garment, it increases the strength of the textile by 500%, so times 6. When they put it in leather, it increases the strength of the leather by 200%, so times 3. So this is a very strong, deceptively strong and protective piece. The seams are also triple stitched throughout, so if you go down the road, this is not a garment that's going to pull apart. In terms of its armour, it comes with CE level 1 armour, and I can understand why. This is not a racing jacket. This is the kind of jacket you're going to wear on a cruiser or a classic or a retro bike for poodling around the hills. It's a lightweight jacket, so if you had big, heavy, clumpy level 2 armour in it, it would just detract from the comfort of the jacket. So I know why Halvarssons have put level 1 in this jacket. But we still don't like their level 1 armour. Halvarssons just haven't moved with the tide, with the trends and the fashion in terms of making armour ever more comfortable. And I think this jacket would be improved perceptibly by upgrading the armour. So going from their armour and maybe putting the latest D30 Ghost armour in to the shoulders and the elbows. Now that's going to cost you another 50 quid, but it's going to make the jacket much nicer to wear. It's going to make it lighter. You will not know that you're wearing armour. And then actually this jacket will feel exactly like a high street jacket. The other item in terms of protective wear, the back protector. Like many jackets, this jacket does not come as standard with a back protector. It has a pocket for one. We do not like, on the same basis as we didn't like their level 1 armour, we do not like their back protector. It's got all the suppleness and softness of a surfboard. So what we tend to fit is a D30 Viper, and in pretty much every size of this jacket, that will take the size T8 from D30. So that would always be the armour that we would put in it if somebody came to us. In terms of sizing, this jacket goes from continental sizes 48 up to 64. The latest sizes would be 36 to 46. The only other thing that I wanted to mention before we close on this jacket is the waist zip. Now, the waist zip is a clever invention. Other people have copied it, but Halvarssons does it better than others. It's for those people who want to wear a leather jacket, or any jacket really, any Halvarssons jacket, but they want to zip into a pair of jeans. And that's normally the problem with a leather jacket. You're wearing it maybe with a pair of very high quality, very protective riding jeans, but you would prefer to zip in, because if you don't zip in, when you go down the road, there's always a possibility that the jacket is going to ride up. So with Halvarssons waist zip, it's a belt. It goes around your waist and you thread your own belt in and out of the loops of the waist zip and the loops of your jeans. And by securing that in place, you can then zip the jacket to it, because the jacket has an 80cm zip, the same as the belt. Then you can wear this jacket and be fully zipped in. So if you're someone who's just that little bit more cautious and you want to make sure that you have the same level of protection that you would have in a textile jacket where you might normally zip in, then that's a great addition. I think it's about an extra £20. So that's it. That's the Idre jacket, the Orsa for women. It's priced at £369. And as I've said, Halvarssons gear is very well priced. I think for everything you get here, even though it's a simple and basic jacket, that's pretty good value for money. So if you'd like to see more Halvarssons gear, more Halvarssons leather jackets, or just more leather jackets, visit the website motolegends.com. If you'd like to learn more about the Idre in particular, then if you click on one of the links on the screen, sometimes they're up there, sometimes they're down there, that will take you to the dedicated page on the website. When you're there on the website, you can check out the spec in a little bit more detail, you can check availability, and obviously if you really like the jacket, you can buy one there and then. Now when you buy from us, we try to make the process as simple, straightforward and risk-free as we possibly can. There's no delivery charge on any item of protected wear that you buy from us. Returns are totally free, and what's more, we give you a full 12 months in which to decide whether you do want to return something to us. We have the best price promise in the business. Now, John Lewis is rightly famed, or rather was rightly famed, for its never knowingly undersold price promise. We go one stage better. If you can find anyone selling anything we sell at a price that is lower than ours, we will beat that competitor's price by a full 10%. Now, if the competitor's in the EU and not in the UK, we will match their landed price. There are a few terms and conditions associated with our price beat, nothing particularly onerous, but if you are going to price beat us, I suggest you visit the website and check out what those terms and conditions are. Now in the future, if you'd like to receive bulletins from us about new products, then if you go to the top of the website, there's a piece of script that says newsletter sign up. If you click on there, within seconds you'll be in business. In future, you'll receive bulletins from us. If, however, you prefer to get your information videographically, that is to say in this form, we would be simply delighted if you want to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel, and you can do that by clicking below. Now, this is 2021. In 2020, we gave away a Mutt 125cc machine to a subscriber to our YouTube channel. But in 2021, we are going to be giving away a 250cc Fantic Caballero to somebody who follows us on Facebook. So if you want to stand a chance of winning that bike, and we'll be giving it away just before Christmas this year, then go to our YouTube channel and follow us. I'd like to finish with a little play for our shop here in Guildford. Now, we're based about a mile from the centre of Guildford, a mile from the railway station. The shop is small, it's got a small footprint, but it's actually attached to our warehouse where we have more than £2 million worth of merchandise here, arranged over 3 floors. Technically, that makes this shop the second largest motorcycle apparel shop in the UK. But we think that we are far more than just the amount of merchandise we have here in the building. We're all about service, we're all about personal fitting. If you want to check us out, visit Trustpilot. We have the highest 5-star ranking in the business. When you come and see us, we'll serve you only the finest Italian illy coffee or the finest Yorkshire tea served in a proper teapot. And who knows, if you're lucky, you might even get to sample one of Sean's mum's delicious motorcycle-shaped shortbread biscuits. Anyway, this has been Chris. I hope to talk to you again soon.